Hi, this is your friendly neighborhood man in Magenta wig, and this time I'm going to be playing a game. I'm going to be playing the Addams Family for Genesis, which, honestly, this game was my childhood. I mean, I don't think I've played a game all the way through as many times as this, so I'm just going to revisit the past here for a little bit and just play this game, hopefully to the end. Come with. Alright, I'm just going to start the game here. This isn't going to be an all-inclusive journey. I'm going to actually try to make this go pretty quick, because I know there are a lot of out-of-the-way places and things, and I'm not going to look at all that. Obviously, now we're in Pugsley's Den, the little secret area here, so I can get some one-ups. Hopefully that's recording my voice, so you can hear me better. Alright, we get the shoes. Gotta run in here, get the hat. And if I can do this in one. Ah, crud. Oh, hopefully I can do this in two. There we go. Yeah, now we can just run through here, get the one-ups, and I should have all the one-ups I'll need for the rest of the game then. I'm gonna split this into multiple parts, since obviously this game's gonna take a little while to get through. It's pretty expansive. Fairly, you know, maybe about an hour to get through from beginning to end. Excuse me. So, this first video is probably just gonna be me getting the hearts before I save most of the family here, so let me get the first heart. Now, if I remember correctly, in the Super Nintendo version, he didn't actually drop those little, like, poop eggs. Which I'm sure Nintendo had something to do with, but... And there we go, first heart. Hoping the wig doesn't look too awkward. The headphones are actually under the wig. So, if it looks extra lumpy, that's why. Alright, so we got our first heart here. What I'm gonna do now, I think, just to get this out of the way, I'm actually gonna go save Pugsley, because he is the easiest to save here. Hoping the game looks okay for you. The frame rate's kinda jerky for me, because it's recording, which... I have to make pixel-perfect jumps. Might be a problem, but we'll work it out. When I was a kid, that opening in the ceiling used to bug the crap out of me, because I thought there was some way you could get the fez and maybe fly up there, but... No, I think in the days of emulation, I used an infinite fez cheat and tried to get up there, and there's nothing. It's just an invisible wall. Took me years to realize those were meant to be saw blades. Didn't know what they were meant to be. Yeah, spinning saw blades. Now, in the Super Nintendo version of this is pretty similar, but I think behind those windows there's actually like a parallax background in the secret room here, which I don't understand why they couldn't do in the Genesis version, because I mean, if you look at like Sonic the Hedgehog, there's so many background layers going on, you know. I mean, the Genesis, I'm sure, could have handled that. I timed that a little off. Timing everything off here. But yeah, going through the, I think it was called the toy box, actually cut. I'm gonna die. Yeah, it actually cut a couple areas out of this, so we can actually get to Pugsley a little bit quicker here. There we go. Even though the Genesis version is the one I pretty much grew up on, I have played the Super Nintendo one quite a bit. There is one odd thing about it that really bugs me, but we'll actually get to that. We'll get to that soon here. Matter of fact. Another secret door. I'm not going to bother with those because you have to hit your head on the blocks and kind of build a bridge, and I'm not going to bother. But Toy Tower, there are actually hidden ladders on the sides here, but like I said, since we went through the toy box before, it kind of skipped all those areas anyway. So, but otherwise, you could take this as a shortcut to get between the sections pretty quick. Okay, that one's easy. This one, I think you have to kind of jump out so it senses that you're here. Not that it mattered there, but... Alright, one last secret room here. I'm actually going to skip the dollars. I think there's a 1-up up here. Alright, and the first boss. Now, what I was talking about before with the Super Nintendo version, you might notice after I hit them, the discs kind of flash and they don't hit me when they come back in, or they don't hurt me when they come back in. In the Super Nintendo version, they actually do, which makes this boss a lot harder than this version. Okay, change sides for that one. And we have Bugsley. Alright, let me hop down the pipe here. Almost gone. Alright, moving on. Part number 2. We are going to go into the freezer here. This area will definitely be a test of the frame rate, because this game has kind of slippery controls as it is, taken to 11, as they say, in this area, because you're quite literally sliding all over the place. I seem to think there's another version of this game where, like, it has a lot more of a blue color scheme in this area. Might be Super Nintendo. I do love the little fat penguins, though. Alright. Yeah, I think those guys are, the jumping bull things are blue in the SNES version. I'm moving through this pretty briskly here. That's okay. Yeah, see the lot of quick succession jumps. Obviously, if you haven't played this game, the ceiling can hurt you through this entire area, so... Ha. For the eyeball to come back. Do you think the residents keep those things as pets? Just wondering. Alright. Not doing very good in this area. That jump's actually surprisingly, if you don't get a running start, it's very hard to make that jump from what I remember. Plop, plop, plop. Come on there, Gums. You died there, Gomes. I just wanted to see how many times I could say that before people start going, "It's Gomez!" I'm aware. What I wasn't aware of for years, which is kind of stupid when you realize it says like Paramount Pictures at the beginning of the game, was that this was actually the tie-in to the first Addams Family movie. Which I didn't see for years, and then when I finally saw it, it was like, oh my god, everything in here was in the game! You know, like the vault under the house and stuff. Rolling Snowball. They are taking the level titles a little literally here. Because if that guy started bouncing off to the left, I would have been screwed, I think. Alright. Hopefully I can hang on to this shoe. This shoe's basically setting up the next area here. And I just lost it, but it's okay. It's okay. I gotta avoid that ceiling more, though. But the good thing is, we're actually almost to the end of the freezer area. Yep. I'm not going to show too many secrets in the game, just for the sake of, you know, getting through it a little faster. I will show you this, though, because I didn't know about this for years. If you duck into that wall, there actually is a level in here. How I found it was I actually, I think I, like, decompiled the ROM once and was looking through, like, the text strings in the ROM. Or, not decompiled, but, you know, converted to binary, like a binary file. And I was looking through the text in the ROM, and I actually found a list of the level titles. And I was looking through to see if there were any, I could have hit him there. Completely blank. I was looking through to see if there was any that I had never, you know, didn't recognize. And I found a couple of them. The Cold Cache was one of them. I can't remember. I think the other one might have been Golfer's Prize, which is towards the end of the game. It's this very little, like, out-of-the-way, pointless bonus room. Ah, crap. Hopefully I make it this time. Right under it. Another game it was fun to do that with, like, convert it to binary, read the text strings, was Panic on Funkatron. So if you play that game, you know it's like this. Every area has its own little unique name. Maybe just an icicle magnet this time. Usually I don't suck that bad, but there we go. Now he's dead. But yeah. Same thing, I just looked through the list of, you know, level names in the data, saw if there were any I didn't recognize, and there actually were. You know, hunting through the game till I could find secret areas I'd never been to and stuff. Odd thing is, in the Super Nintendo version, when you go in, I think it's this area, it plays like this little fanfare, like boo, blue, 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 that you never hear anywhere else in the game. I don't know if that was like a beta thing they left in by mistake, or, you know, it was, you know... It's just odd that it would be in one place because there's so many bosses in this game, you know. You're probably wondering if I'm going into the oven right now, but no. I'm going to get the last heart first, because the oven... I feel like the oven is the hardest area of the game, other than, like, the vault, but that's, like, the, you know, or the caves leading up to the vault. So I want to have all 5 hearts for that. Here's a secret. The plant plot. Assumedly a typo. Unless it's a pun I just don't get. I don't know. Alright. I realize I've probably been, like, burping this entire time, and I apologize. And I'm, you know, sure a montage of those will pop up at some point. I'm not making it, but someone, you know... Alright, there's a secret area in here. I don't know what a privet is. But nevertheless, now you know there's a secret area in there. You can also use it to dodge the bird. Well, my face itched, you know. Matter of fact, I think there's actually a lot of parts of the conservatory you're not going to see because I am going the heart route. Get him. Good. Okay. Yeah, if you don't get that bird, you have to basically leave the area and wait for it to respawn because you need it to get up to that switch. Speaking of birds in irritating places. Ah, I got him. Okay. Well, I guess I'll be going up there. I can't remember, do those birds have one eye? Maybe. I can't remember. I seem to think, because you can't really see them because they move around a lot, but... Wait. No, I'm wrong. Never mind. They have two big buggy cartoon eyes. Okay. just curious. Ah, shit. Alright, I think I'm pretty much getting towards the end of this area here. And the next one will be the boss. Yeah, because these are these awful ropes. There was nothing I could do there. So we'll try that again. Yeah, unless you miraculously make it alive to the last one, there's nothing. Nothing you can do. Is it possible to grab? As far as I'm not dead. Unfortunately, there's the boss now. I'll just try to make it through these things carefully. I think there's a version of this game that has some sort of spider instead of these. I'm thinking it might be the NES game because the NES version of this game, the Addams Family game for the NES was totally different, but they ported this to the NES under the name Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, which again had nothing to do with the Super Nintendo game of that name. But yeah, I think that one was they put Pugsley in place of Gomez basically. But yeah, I think they put a spider here instead. And we're done. Okay. So, I pretty much know my stopping point here. Gonna get you to a good place to stop here. There's actually, I think this particular area is pretty expansive. Monster Garden. There's like a whole area off to the right that we're not going to see because I'm just trying to get to the door basically. Some sort of like tall vertical section. I think you might be a bunch of like one-ups at the top or something. I can't remember. I usually don't go that way. When I play through this, I usually go pretty directly to the door, so... Which is what we're doing. I love the music on this game, too. Like, I know there's only like 3 songs, but each of them fits so well, though, you know... Alright, there's there's that. Thorn Pass. We're going to bypass. And this is the final area before we take a stroll outside here. Boom. How do I go... I know that bridge, you can make it disappear and there's like a little... There's another little level. I think it might be called the money funnel. It's just a little bonus area. Or no, that's not the money funnel's elsewhere, but yeah, either way. I think there's a way you can shut off that little bridge and But I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna die by getting trapped under blocks here. Ah! Yeah, I think you have to hit this and backtrack the entire way. I'm not doing that. It's just not worth my time. You don't want to see me backtrack. You want to see me go out in the cemetery, walk amongst the dead, and the flying pumpkins. One thing I hate about this game is if you hit two enemies at the same time, you automatically lose a heart for some reason. It's like you still hit them. But yeah, it's kind of like the spike bug in Sonic. It's unnecessary and it makes the game that much more frustrating. I don't know how I didn't lose a heart there. I hit him from the side, but... those bunnies, it's real easy to do the double hit thing, though. And that's where we're going to leave off. We are now in the crypt. I'm on my way to saving Wednesday. And for now, I am your friendly neighborhood man in Magenta wig, and until, hopefully soon, I'll put up part 2 of this. Hopefully you enjoyed part 1. Bye!